Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of The Language of Leadership. I'm your host, Chuck Marting. I hope you've enjoyed the last 4 episodes of The Language of Leadership that have been a review of the Strangest Secret 30-Day Challenge video series that we did. You know, we've made that available to you now in audio by doing it over the past 4 podcasts. And if you found value in that, I would highly encourage you to go to our YouTube channel and watch the videos. I think it will help reinforce and even drive home some of the principles that each day that we covered during the 30-day challenge. It's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to continuing to refer to it and the things that we learned in initiating the 30-day Strangest Secret Challenge. Now, remember to review your index cards and continue to use them. Have them with you. This is to help remind you of your challenge and what you're wanting to accomplish. It's a powerful tool. So don't forget it. Don't stop using it, but continue to make it better. Now, in reviewing this challenge, I've been motivated over the last couple weeks to record this episode, and I've had an experience that most of you have probably began to experience with it being the end of the year and people looking forward to the new year. I've heard a lot of leaders talking about goals, setting goals, and how they're looking forward to the new year and what it will bring. So I often wonder why people are excited for these new goals and challenges. And I guess my biggest question is, why are you waiting until December or the first day of the new year to set these goals and expectations? You know, why is the only time during the year that the expectation is to set the goals so that your life has more meaning and that you will accomplish things for the new year? Is it that we expect to start brand new, shake off the bad experiences or challenges that we've had during the past year? Is this what we feel the answer to having a better life and more meaning is all about? You know, my oldest son is a certified nutrition coach and physical trainer. And like many other trainers and coaches this time of the year, it's their busiest time of the year. It's specifically so because of the things that I've talked to you about so far. People are wanting to start new, to start out fresh, to hit those goals that they've had that they just weren't able to get done or accomplish during this year. Now, I listened to a recent statistic about this, and it said that over 75% of the New Year's resolutions for individuals is to get in better shape and to lose weight. Now, I found that interesting and even made me laugh a little bit because the majority of these individuals begin at the beginning of the year, and they're pretty gung-ho and they're pretty consistent, but only for the first 3 to 6 weeks. And then these same individuals who were motivated, excited, and ready to conquer the world have come up with excuses and reasons as to why they cannot be consistent in their training. They can't be consistent in their eating. They can't work out, and they resort back to the same habits and the same routine that they had developed before, and it's made them miserable. So why have they gone back to it? You know, talk to any individual that has a gym membership, and they will tell you how they hate the beginning of the year because the gym is so crowded and there's so many people there. The only light at the end of the tunnel for these individuals is knowing that it's temporary, that within a few weeks, it'll be back to normal. The crowd that was there before is going to be there again, and it will be consistent again for them working out in the gym, knowing those people are only there for a short period of time. So let's think about this for just a second. If I were to go to a trainer and tell him that I wanted to begin losing weight at the beginning of the year and to work out and to get in better shape and to start on the road of achieving the body that I've always wanted, why am I waiting until the beginning of the year? In fact, if you talk to these same trainers, they'll tell you that when the individuals do sign up and they wait until the beginning of the year, that when they show up at the gym, a lot of the times, these trainers don't even recognize these individuals because they waited until the beginning of the year, giving themselves a pass to go ahead and do all the things that they want to do now because they don't want to deprive themselves, but they want to indulge in those behaviors and those things that have got them in problems in the beginning and that they're facing now using the beginning of the year as an excuse for reassuring themselves that, everything will be okay. We're going to start all over. We're going to start new, fresh, and we're going to turn over a new leaf. We're going to be a better person. We're going to accomplish those things. And they say this to themselves and that they're going to do this at the beginning of the year. But then they start that journey at the beginning of the year, 15, 20, or even 30 pounds overweight from where they were before because they decided to wait until the new year and indulge in things that they felt they were going to be deprived in getting themselves attuned and ready for their new year. So, look, while goal setting is an important step to becoming more successful, most of the leaders that I know have set their goals and they're focused on improving their lives in that moment. Things like this get their team working and pointed in the right direction now. So let's finish those sales reports or those personal things such as let's get the house organized or let's lose some weight. So what if I challenge you to focus on a single goal that would uplevel everything that you do from your career to your acquaintances, to your income, to your lifestyle? Would that pique your interest? Would that one goal be worth pursuing with passion? Would it be more attainable to focus on a breakthrough goal just a little bit each day until you achieved it instead of jumping in doing it all at once? Think about it. If you're an independent sales professional, you know you could get a better territory, a substantial business bonus, or even a commission, maybe even a promotion once you've landed a certain number of customers. Wouldn't you work day and night to achieve that goal? So let's use the example of a football coach. This coach typically, when he starts off with his team, he's trying to help the team gain and to be able to make progress. And so they do things like, let's gain at least 4 yards on every play. But what if you went to your same players, instead of working towards completing that, you completed a breakthrough goal of completing a 60-yard pass a number of times during a game instead of just 4 yards? What if you were a stay-at-home mom whose entire lifestyle and finances could be changed by earning just an extra $1,000 a month? Wouldn't you pursue every possible opportunity until you could achieve that goal? This is what I mean by a breakthrough goal. It has to be something that changes your life. It brings you new opportunities and it gets you in front of the right people. It uplevels you in every active relationship or group that you're involved in. So in the beginning of November, a lot of you know that I completed my live Jack Canfield training for the Train the Trainer program. It was an intense professional training program that focused on teaching the principles of success through the facilitation of individual and group transformation, teaching the success principles. Now, in learning from Jack Canfield for that week, I wanted to share on breakthrough goals what I learned there. You see, one of the stories that Jack taught that really impacted me was he said early on that he decided to set a goal of recording his material for people to listen to. And this would continue to help them in reviewing the principles, the things that he was teaching, and to help them continue to grow as they made their journey. He produced his first Audible program. And this was not only his breakthrough career goal, but it became the catalyst to generating $100,000 in extra income per year for him. You see, suddenly as a professional speaker and trainer, he had a product that he could sell at the back of the room. And then soon after this, Career Trek, they heard the audio tapes and they offered to underwrite the entire training program around that material. This brought Jack a substantial royalty, but then eventually Nightingale Conant heard and reviewed the audio program and they offered Jack Canfield a very attractive contract. Can you see the power of setting a small breakthrough goal and how it can instantly uplevel your life and your career? So whether you believe you can achieve it or not, I would ask you, what one single change in your career, your business, your lifestyle, or your relationship would boost you to the next level? Is it landing a promotion? Is it meeting your sales goals or even changing jobs? Could it be expanding your business, or could it be qualifying for an award or going back to school? Or is it some other goal that you may have? I would encourage you to write it down, ponder it, and make this your breakthrough goal. Now, once you've done that, I would encourage you to visualize how your life would change as a result of accomplishing that goal. What would you be doing, seeing, or even feeling? Sometimes our biggest life goals can seem so overwhelming that we may work hard at achieving them, and we too often will decide to put them off until we have more time or more focus or more energy or even more manpower, because we get overwhelmed with the prospect of how am I going to accomplish this goal? And that's where breakthrough goals come through. You see, individuals rarely see their goals as a series of small tasks. But in reality, if you break down the goal into smaller tasks and accomplish them a few at a time, this is precisely how any big goal can be achieved. In the success principles, we call this method chunking it down. This is a success principle. It's success principle number 8 in Jack Canfield's book, The Success Principle, that teaches you how to get from where you are to where you want to be. Chunking it down was one of the techniques that we learned in helping us to accomplish that one most important goal. And the reason why I like this was not only because it made sense to me, but because I could see with the graphic map that they gave us that how it would help me, and it helped me to detail and to know how to accomplish this breakthrough goal. So I want to try to explain this procedure to you and what they call mind mapping and what that looks like. You see, when creating a mind map, it's basically a to-do list for your goals. It's going to help you to determine what information you'll need to get, who you'll need to talk to, what small steps that you're going to need to take, and what deadlines you'll need to meet, and so on. So it helps you to determine what you have to do that makes the biggest goal happen. So an example of mind mapping for chunking it down will be, in the show notes. And I'm going to show you or provide you also a blank mind map for you to be able to use in identifying and accomplishing your own breakthrough goal. When you use this mind map, you're going to have a center circle, and then you're going to add in what that goal is. Once you determine what that is, you're going to make what we call outside circles. And I just want you to visualize this for a minute. The center circle in the middle of the page, and then smaller outside circles around it. Okay. And in addition to each one of these outside circles, you're going to need to add to them what we call spokes. Okay. So you start off in the center of the paper, draw your center circle in the center of the paper. And inside that center circle, you're going to write down the name of your goal. All right. Then you're going to go to the outside circles, and this is where you're going to divide the goal into major categories or tasks. And you're going to name each one on the outside circle. And then once you do that, you'll need to do this in order to achieve the greater goal that you're looking to accomplish. Okay. Once you get those outer circles with just chunking it down with little steps that you're going to be able to take, you're going to want to draw what we call spokes, which are just lines on the outside of those inner circles. Okay. It's going to be radiating outward. And you're going to write down on each one of these spokes a more detailed task required in order for you to accomplish that goal stated in the mini circle. Okay. And this is breaking it down in the outer circles for a more detailed task. With further spokes, you can help create your master to-do list for this in accomplishing your breakthrough goal. Now, in doing this, you're breaking down your goal into bite-sized pieces, and you can begin to accomplish small tasks that you've determined that will lead to you achieving your breakthrough goal. And you're doing it a little bit at a time instead of just having one big goal overwhelm you and not knowing where to start. The one thing that I will tell you is when you prepare to move forward, it isn't the same as taking action. So in other words, preparation, research, planning, getting it perfect, these are all areas where people get bogged down in the taking action process. One of the most important things I want you to remember in going through this process is to understand that nobody can make you do anything. Everything you do is a choice. You're the one who determines your speed, how fast you're going to accomplish this, and how and what you're going to do to accomplish this. So make sure this is what you have put together, not what other influence have told you to put together. This is about you. You need to get in a place where you're not going to be disturbed by anybody. You're going to be able to focus on this. And look, I don't care if you're able to just take 20 minutes a day until you get this thing figured out, then do it. This is for you. This isn't for anybody else. In fact, you don't even have to tell anybody yet. Let's work on this for you so that it makes sense and you have this outlined for you. This is one of the more profound things that I learned about goal setting, which was having that breakthrough goal and chunking it down into those bite-sized pieces so you could visualize it, so you could understand it, and you know what you need to accomplish so that you can accomplish that breakthrough goal that you've set. Now, what I learned is whether you believe you can achieve it or not, that one single goal in your career, your business, your lifestyle, or even in your relationships can quantum leap you to the next level. So what is your breakthrough goal? What can you envision that will set you on your path to greatness? You know, in our next episodes, we're going to go a little bit deeper into goal setting because I feel that it is really important to understand how critical this is and how dramatically it can change your life if you do it correctly and you understand it doesn't have to be complicated as it can be made out to be sometimes by other people. It can be very simple if you break it down into manageable tasks. Understanding, like we said, start with that breakthrough goal, break that down into the steps you're going to need to take, and then taking each one of those steps and breaking that down into the tasks that need to be accomplished to accomplish this, which brings you to the next part. I hope that makes sense. I hope that when I put the mind map example in the show notes and then you have the blank one, it'll be easier for you to follow. If not, contact me by email or through the show, and we'll be able to figure this out and maybe do some more clarification if need be. But, you know, we will have a guest that's going to be coming on that will be introducing some of these ideas that will help you in accomplishing these tasks to make your goals and dreams more manageable and just a little bit more easier and a whole heck of a lot less stressful. So I want you to stay tuned for that next episode. You're not going to want to miss it. She is an incredible guest, and you're going to be so grateful to listen to her instead of me when it comes to breaking this stuff down. Now, as we conclude this episode, remember, this is the journey to better your life. It starts with a single breakthrough goal. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about seizing the opportunities in front of you and taking action right now. Okay? Challenge yourself to identify that one goal that could up-level every aspect of your life. Use the mind mapping material that we're going to include in the show notes and the techniques that we've talked about and discussed here to help break it down into manageable steps. In the upcoming episodes, like I said, we're going to explore an expert insights on this. These people are going to be able to give you a lot more practical strategies to help guide you on this and being able to accomplish your path to greatness with this. So I want to thank you for joining me on the Language of Leadership. I encourage you to subscribe, share your breakthrough goals on social media. This will help you in your commitment to yourself. It will help you keep you motivated, knowing that you've proclaimed this to the whole world. And now the world may just help keep you accountable to yourself and the journey ahead of you. Stay tuned for more inspiring conversations and helping you to realize and accomplish your goals and your dreams. Until next time, keep leading with purpose and passion. Take care.